For over a century, the Federal Bureau of Investigation has stood as America's shield against its most dangerous threats. From the dusty backroads of the Great Depression to the shadowy corridors of global espionage, the FBI has constantly evolved, adapting its methods to confront the ever-changing face of crime. Its history is not just a record of laws and procedures, but a gripping saga of determined agents hunting down those who sought to undermine the nation. Through two landmark cases, separated by 6 decades, we witnessed the transformation of the Bureau from a nascent federal police force into a sophisticated counterintelligence powerhouse. This is the story of the FBI, told through the relentless pursuit of its most infamous adversaries. Our story begins in the 1930s, a time when the nation was gripped by economic despair and a new breed of outlaw roamed the heartland. Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow were not just bank robbers. They were folk heroes to some, a national menace to the authorities. Their audacious crime spree, a bloody trail of robberies and murders, cut a swath across the central United States, from Texas to Minnesota. Local police were outmaneuvered and outgunned, their jurisdictions ending at the state line, a barrier the outlaw lovers crossed with impunity. This brazen challenge to law and order prompted the direct involvement of the fledgling Bureau of Investigation. The hunt for Bonnie and Clyde became a defining moment for the Bureau. Under the direction of J. Edgar Hoover, agents began to employ new, coordinated tactics. They meticulously tracked the gang's movements, piecing together sightings and evidence to predict their path. It was a painstaking process of interstate cooperation, a novel concept at the time. Finally, in May 1934, acting on a tip, a posse of Texas and Louisiana lawmen, led by former Texas Ranger Frank Hamer and deputized with federal authority, set a trap on a rural road in Bienville Parish, Louisiana. The ambush was swift and brutal. When the dust settled, the reign of Bonnie and Clyde had ended in a hail of gunfire, and the newspapers heralded a new era of federal law enforcement. Decades later, the threat was no longer a V8 Ford racing down a dirt road, but a quiet betrayal from within America's own intelligence community. The Cold War may have been thawing, but the world of espionage was as dangerous as ever. Aldrich Ames, a 31-year veteran of the CIA, was a walking, talking security breach. Motivated by greed, he began selling America's most sensitive secrets to the Soviet Union in 1985, and later to Russia. His treason led to the compromise of countless operations and the execution of at least 10 U.S. intelligence sources. For years, the CIA was hemorrhaging assets, unable to find the mole in its midst. The hunt for the mole, codenamed Anlace, was a joint effort between the CIA and the FBI, a collaboration that tested the limits of interagency trust. FBI agents embarked on a complex and subtle investigation. They didn't kick down doors. They conducted intensive surveillance, wiretapped Ames's home and car, and sifted through his finances, discovering a lifestyle far beyond the means of a mid-level CIA officer. They watched him, patiently building an airtight case. In February 1994, the trap finally closed. As Ames left his Virginia home for work, FBI agents surrounded him. There was no shootout, only the quiet, definitive click of handcuffs. His arrest exposed a devastating betrayal and showcased the FBI's evolution into a formidable counterintelligence force. From the brute force tactics needed to end a gangster's rampage to the sophisticated surveillance required to unmask a master spy, the FBI's journey reflects the very history of modern America. The images of grim-faced G-men in the 1930s and the focused analysts of the 1990s tell a story of constant adaptation in the face of evolving threats. While the enemies change and the methods are refined, the core mission has remained unwavering. The seal of the Bureau stands today not just as a symbol of authority, but as a testament to its enduring vigilance and its solemn promise to protect the nation. A promise forged in the crucible of its most challenging cases.